What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. Just getting back, did a little vacation for the New Year's, had a good time. But if you're a miner, I assume you are like a GPU miner, not under 18. I mean, I guess you could be both. But anyway, if you're a GPU miner or crypto miner and you take a vacation, that can be worrisome, hectic. Sometimes it's not even, it feels like maybe is there a risk of like fires and that kind of thing. Um, I had some people asking me about that. What do I do when I go on vacation? So in the past, I had like rigs running on smart plugs. That way I could like, remote in and reset the plug and set them to always power on when they see power and all kinds of craziness like that. And I used to really, really like spend a lot of time and energy and effort into preparing myself for being away from my mining rigs. And I realistically figured out that I don't spend enough time away to waste the extra money on the remote setups. Those little Wi-Fi plugs are great, but whenever you start to pull a heavy load on them, a lot of them are limited to 10 amp. So just be careful. Some of them do go up to 15 amp, the better ones. But most likely you are going to be overloading those bad boys. Now they do make like PDUs that will do remote monitoring, remote restarting, stuff like that. But you're talking about a lot of money here. So when somebody was asking me while I was on vacation, hey, what are you doing about your rigs? And I'm like, man, I let them run, and if they go down and I can't restart them through Hive remotely on the software side, say if they crash and they show up as offline, it is what it is. I'll turn them back on when I get home. Because is it worth it? To be gone for maybe a weekend and to spend. I mean, you could easily spend hundreds of dollars on remote management like hardware, just to try to keep your rigs up. Now, realistically, your rigs shouldn't be crashing a ton. I have about 3 gigahash, and while I was gone, it was a unusually hot time for this year. We were seeing somewhere in around about 70-degree days, so my clocks were a little aggressive for those kind of temperatures, and I did have about 600 mega hash go offline that I could not restart and get back running. So I did miss out on a little bit of money, but it just wasn't worth it for me to do the right remote setup, I guess. So this is me answering that question. And how do I prepare my rigs for going away? I don't. I let them run identical to how they run every single other day. I have heard some good opinions and some good suggestions from other people where they'll lower their clocks down so they're not as aggressive, that thus leading to potentially less issues. If my clocks were pulled back a little bit more, I probably wouldn't have had the issues that I did have. But it is what it is. Now, if somebody is away from their computer for a longer or a more extended period of time, that's where having a remote monitoring hardware would definitely come in handy. Say if you have a remote location and you can't always get there within a day or 2 or 3 or that kind of thing, yeah, that starts to compound and that starts to add up. But if you're a person that doesn't really, maybe you vacation once or twice a year, that's kind of my thing. I don't go on a ton of vacations, and I don't go away for a long period of time. I don't worry about it anymore, because you'll find yourself wasting a lot of time, effort, and energy. So, with that being said, sorry this video is not super glamorous, because people were wondering. I did go down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for New Year's. We had a good time down there, and now I come back, and it has been raining its tail off outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but on this metal roof, it's super, super loud in here. And, yeah, we've just been super waterlogged back at my house. It's just the rain will not let up. But, yeah, I probably won't go on another vacation till, I don't know, June or July, something like that. And, yeah, in the meantime, if I have a rig go down during the day, it can wait till I get home from work or something like that. So if you guys are, if some of you guys are running a remote setup where you do have to monitor stuff and you do have to be on the ball because you can't just go to it that evening, I'd love for you guys to comment down below and let me know what you're using, and maybe I could get my hands on one and feature some of the software or some of the hardware that you guys are using. So I have been experimenting, and I will be doing a SMOS, or Simple Miner Operating System, video coming up, because I think there are some potentially slightly more stable software options than Hive. I think a lot of my issues are dealing on the software side of things, crashing. So yeah. Now with that being said, I don't want to hold you guys up. I hope you're having an awesome new year. It's crazy how fast time is flying. We're already 3 days in now, and yeah, it's 2022 now. I got to get used to saying that. 2021 is out the window. But with that being said, all you jellyfishes, all you OGs, the real ones, you know who I'm talking about. Y'all have a good night. I'll see you on the next one. Adios.